Hey everyone, we're back here in Bali. I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to get your blue belt as fast as possible. Check it out after the intro. Hey everyone, we're back here in Bali, and I'm going to be talking about 3 things you can do to help you get your blue belt as fast as possible. I see a lot of videos online about people talking about their experience getting their blue belt, but I thought it'd be interesting for you guys to hear from the black belt perspective, because we're the ones that are going to be handing your belt out anyway. So I think it's good that you guys kind of hear it from a black belt. Like, I'm a 2nd degree black belt. I've been a black belt for 7 years. I have a lot of blue belts, purple belts, brown belts I've promoted, even a black belt, and it's all been a really special experience. So I'll kind of tell you like a couple of things that I look for my students that's going to kind of help you guys get in the right mindset about this. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is about showing up. Okay, students that actively come to class are always the ones that I kind of like keep in mind for promotion. So anytime I have a student that's really inconsistent, like maybe they train like really hard for like a couple weeks or a month, and then they fall off and I don't see them for maybe like a couple weeks and a month, and then they come back and it's kind of the same thing where they're like in and out all the time. They tend to lack consistency, and it shows the most in their technique, right? Like, they'll start gaining a lot of knowledge, and then they kind of fall off and they come back and their timing's off, their technique's off. They forgot details that the people that are training more consistently tend to remember. And even sometimes with those people on the opposite side that maybe weren't training as consistently, but they're training consistently but not as often, because they're consistent, they tend to remember more of the techniques and make more of the changes that you kind of need to do to move forward in jiu-jitsu. So showing up to practice is a big thing. Now, don't let that discourage you, right? So maybe you are that person that's in and out. Maybe you have a job that doesn't let you be as consistent, or you're just prone to injury and you're still making the adjustments you need to do to get strong. Just keep coming back. You know what I mean? Because there's so many little like walls you have to climb early on in jiu-jitsu. You know, it's not always this straight path to where you're trying to go. You're going to run into obstacles along the way, and don't let that discourage you from reaching your goals. Okay, the second thing I'm going to talk about is listening to your coach. Okay, so this is like I think nowadays there's just so much resources to learn jiu-jitsu from. There's tons of technique videos online. You can learn from all these different world champions, all these different people. But at the end of the day, you're learning jiu-jitsu from your coach. So any advice your coach is giving you on the mats, that's something that like I always look for, is somebody being like a team player. You know, so sometimes I'll show a certain technique, or I can see like techniques a specific person needs, and they don't make the active effort to work on it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'll be like, whoever it is in the gym, like, hey, I need you to work on your guard retention, or I need you to work on your wrestling. I need you to tighten up your armbar. Or maybe it's not even something technical. It could just be like how they interact with others in the gym. Hey, you're going too hard. You know, I need you to learn to relax. I need you to relax more. Like, all those messages your coach says during practice, he's guiding you in a certain direction. Okay, so it's real important that you like build a trusting relationship with your coach. Okay, so remember, like, part of my job is to guide you on your jiu-jitsu journey. I'll tell you right now, there's nothing more rewarding for a coach than to give a promotion. Okay, it's showing that you're taking the effort to learn what we are offering to you, and we've seen some sort of change in you. So that's something I'm always really looking to push as well, is like building that good relationship of trust with my students. Okay, so if I feel like my student is trusting me and he's making that effort to learn what I'm offering, that's somebody that I feel like our values align, and it's someone that I'm more likely to promote. Okay, we don't have to agree on everything. I don't want someone like kissing my ass or anything like that. I just want us to be generally share some similar values and see things eye to eye in general about jiu-jitsu, and someone that I feel like I'm helping along on their journey. The last pieces of advice I'd give is, what's your hurry? Okay, I think a lot of people show up to jiu-jitsu and they're like in this big hurry to like get your blue belt, get your purple belt. I really experienced this more with my transition between blue and purple. I was competing a lot, and I just wanted to know that I could hang with like the more technical guys, you know? But I think you're always exactly where you need to be. So if you're showing up to jiu-jitsu and you're uncomfortable being a white belt, well, that means jiu-jitsu is trying to teach you something about yourself, about being a student. Okay, so you might need to ask yourself, like, what can I do to be a better student? Where is my ego getting in the way and holding me back from where I'm trying to go? Okay, as much as I'd like to say, I like as a coach, we think we credit to teaching our students a lot about jiu-jitsu, but I think jiu-jitsu itself teaches you a lot about yourself. So you need to kind of look about what jiu-jitsu is trying to teach you. Like, are you being a good student? Are you being too competitive? Are you making the efforts you need to do what you need to learn as much as possible? You know, how are you looking to grow, and how are you looking to change? Okay, these are all things that I kind of like would tell my students that jiu-jitsu is going to show you, and it's up to you to make those changes. Because there's like, again, like I said, in jiu-jitsu, belt promotions are really special for your coach. So they want it to be kind of like a special occasion, or see some sort of growth or change in you to offer you, to recognize you and give you a new belt. You just don't want to like rock up in the morning class and your coach throws a belt at you. You know what I mean? You want it to come at a moment of achievement or a moment of change where you can see it and all your teammates can see it. And I think it's a really important thing. But I would say, like, bottom line, more than all those three things I just shared with you guys, it's just about being part of the family. You know what I mean? Like, when we train jiu-jitsu together, we all spend a lot of time with each other on the mat, and we all start growing closer and building strong relationships with each other. It's like the guys on the mats are my brothers, you know? The women on the mat are my sisters, you know? We're all one big family. So I think it's really important that you just kind of keep that in mind. As long as you're showing up, you're listening, building trust with your coach and your teammates, you're not in a hurry and like too focused on what's going to happen next and be present in the moment with where you are, you're going to be right on track, going in the right direction to get that next promotion, whatever that promotion is that you're chasing, right? And don't lose that fire, don't lose that hunger, because that's drive, right? There's nothing worse than a student with no drive. So you want to keep that drive and keep pushing, because I tell you right now, like, your coach has your best interest in mind, and that's kind of what you need to do to get to the next level. All right, guys, that's all I got to share with you today. I hope you liked what you saw. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If you guys got comments, criticisms, anything about what I said, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, thank you.